What's up, YouTube? It's your man GQ, and these are my best tips for riding in the rain. Before we get into my best tips, I want you to go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any updates from the channel. Now, I've been riding my bike all across the country for the past couple of years, and I've been hit with some crazy rain. This is a dangerous game that we play every day when we hop on tubes, and we want to make sure that we get back safe and sound as possible. So without further ado, let's get to it. So when riding in a group, you want to make sure that you give adequate space to everybody in your group. You don't want to be all up on each other, right? Because if you need to make a quick move, you want to have enough space for not only you, but for the people around you to make a maneuver as quickly as they can. And since we're still talking about riding in groups, you'll pass up a lot of vehicles on the highway, and one of those are semi trucks. So when you're passing a semi truck, make sure you get away from the overspray, meaning get to the left of your lane, because that water, debris, and anything else coming from up under that truck can hit you and the people around you, and you don't want that. Speaking of lanes, finding the tire tracks in the ground would be your best bet, as it is the driest part of the highway, and it also gives you the most traction when everything around you is extremely wet. If you happen to come to a stop at a red light or a stop sign, make sure when you stop you continue to scan all of the areas around you. Cars still may not be able to see, and it's also still wet. If you happen to get caught in the rain, unexpectedly or expected, make sure that you remain as calm as possible. You don't want to be tense while you're riding your bike. You want to be as relaxed as you can. If you're tense, you won't be able to enjoy your ride. You want to avoid slamming on your brakes, and you want to keep a good distance away from other vehicles while you're on the highway. This allows you to see other vehicles on the road, and it also allows other vehicles to see you. On the subject of vision, when you're purchasing your rain gear, make sure you get something that's highly visible and heat resistant. You want it to be visible in a fluorescent color like orange or green, and you also want it to be heat resistant because the rain gear could possibly touch your exhaust pipes and melt if it's not of good quality. Another important tip is to inspect your tires and check your air pressure. Low air pressure will decrease the traction that you have in your bike, so make sure that you check it and inflate your tire to the manufacturer's recommended specifications.
So the biggest thing, one of the biggest things with riding in the rain is like staying out of that cloudy mist pattern. Like that's the thing that really messes a lot of people up, and it can mess me up. I know it messed me up. It's being in that zone right behind the vehicle where it's kicking up the water from the ground, and it's like a cloud, like a misty cloud.
This is the exact reason why you need rain gear. Unless you want to be Wet Willie or Soaked Samantha, I suggest you invest in some highly visible, good quality rain gear that won't tear up when it's by your exhaust.
If you watch my channel, you know I'm a big proponent of full face helmets. Full face helmets protect you from so much, and in this case it definitely helps protect you from the rain. Those beads of water that rain down from the sky, they hurt. So having a full face to protect your face and your skin is a big deal. When you're riding on the highways or anywhere else, you want to maintain your speed. Do not slow down slower than the traffic on the highway, just so that I'm in control and I'm dictating to the people on the highway and they're not dictating to me. Something that you should consider is downloading some good weather apps for your phone. There are plenty of options, and in this case, I'm using an app called My Radar. You can check and see a live radar of where storms are and which direction that they're heading, so you'll know if you really need to shut it down, take a break, or you'll be able to push through it. If you need to stop to change your gear, Do not stop under an overpass. Wait until you take an exit to change your gear. The reason why I'm telling you this is because a lot of those overpasses have run off from the highway, whether that's oil, whether it's moss, whether it's leaves. And as you're slowing down, you can hit one of those and slip and lose control of your bike. So stay on the highway, thug it out, take the exit, and then go ahead and change into your gear. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because it literally happened to me. I normally just go all the way home. Once I'm wet, I'm just wet. But in this case, I was like, well, I don't want to be too wet. And so I was coming to a stop under an overpass, and the next thing you know, the bike just slid right up under me. And my last tip is to just do it. No matter what you're doing, no matter where you're going, no matter what you're riding in, the rain, whether it's nighttime, whether it's extreme heat, you have to go through it in order to get through it and in order to be better. Because remember, these times don't last. These conditions don't last, but you do. And if you have any other additional tips for riding in the rain, please drop them in the comments so other people can learn from you as well. And if you enjoyed this video, won't you go ahead and check out my riding playlist and some of my other videos on my channel. And if you could, I'd really appreciate it if you liked, shared, and subscribed to the channel. And this is your man GQ, the leader of the Peace Army, telling you guys to be safe, be cool, and most importantly, be you, and peace out until we meet again.